use headphones for best experience. Thanks for your fantastic support. Hi, welcome to another video. Don't forget to check my content on audio streaming platforms as well, such as Spotify, Apple Music and other platforms. And you type in ASMRctica ASMR and you will find a lot of albums and podcasts there, so you can listen audio only. And there are a lot of new releases here from 2022, as you can see. Today I would like to draw a map of San Andreas from GTA Grand Theft Auto San Andreas game. And I think I will start right away with some loose sketching just to get the shape of the continent, of the state, on the right place. It's a very square shape. The water, the inlets, the sounds are very prominent in this landscape. So I think I will have to focus a lot on the shape of the water to get it right. You can also choose to focus on the highways, freeways. Together they compose continent. So I think I will focus on that too. So it will be a mix of the water, the freeways, too much. This peninsula is too much to the south right now. Okay, next step will be some blue or cyan ink. It's almost empty. I hope there's ink enough to draw or to paint the water, because that's what I plan to do first, since there's so much water in this area, not just outside the coast but also bays and straits, like channels, canals, kind of rivers, perhaps lakes. So instead of drawing the coast with a marker, I will draw the water. See how it goes. Here's San Fierro Bay. There's the Gant Bridge. And the turnpike in San Fierro. Here's an inlet of water. Las Barrancas. And here's the Sherman Dam. The reservoir north of the dam. If I would ever draw a map of Stockholm, Sweden's capital city, I would probably start like this too, because so much water. I mean, the shape of the landscape that makes up the city is so based on water. Water contours, coastline everywhere. the San Andreas Sound. Here's a very arid area around Las Venturas. It's almost completely square, the coast. Here it's a bit more organic shape. The northern coast of Bone County. And Tierra Robada. Then we have the southern coast of San Andreas Sound. The eastern coast of Los Santos city. The ocean docks. Coast south of Los Santos International Airport. See? Santa Maria Beach. Here's Los Santos Inlet. That eventually leads to Flint water, like a lake here in the middle of the landscape. Then there's a narrow dividing Red County from North Los Santos hills, I guess. And here's Fisher's Lagoon. Let's see if there's some more ink here. Yeah, a bit more. Because we have more water here to paint. The water surrounding the panopticon. This canal between Flintwater and Easter Bay Airport here. So this must be Easter Bay, I guess. Seaport here in San Fierro. The Garver Bridge is here. And the Easter Bay Airport is completely surrounded by water. And there's also like a sound, I guess, quite narrow, between Whetstone and Flint County, I guess you could say. With like an inlet here. Shady Creeks and Backo Beyond area here. and the western coast of San Fierro. And that's it, I guess. I'll use this brush to just complete the ocean here. Since I'm painting this or drawing this on a rectangular form, not a square form. Shape, I mean. I usually use these rectangular papers so it will fit into the YouTube screen, as you can see. For some reason I think this should be more a straight line. It's a bit, you can see it's a bit tilted here. I would like to have it more like a straight line. Let's see if I can fix it. Just need a little more ink. The last ink from this bottle. Okay, there we have it. I just take a short break and clean these brushes and let this dry a bit. Next I would like to add the highways of San Andreas state, and I will zoom in a bit, but not exactly now, because I think while I'm drawing the highways it could be nice to see the entire state like this, and then after that I will zoom in and show you more in detail some features of each area. And I'll use yellow for freeways, highways. So if we start here in the turnpike north of San Fierro, we have the Gant Bridge, based on Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Yeah, San Fierro is based on real life San Francisco. So here's the Gant Bridge. Here's Bayside. And the highway enters a tunnel here, the Bayside Tunnel. I draw a dotted line there. It follows the coast in Tierra Robada, especially here. It goes by the coast. Here's Robada intersection, where you can choose to go to take the Garver Bridge to San Fierro from the northeast. But the Las Venturas highway continues like this. Towards the east, towards Las Venturas. Here's the Blackfield intersection. And here's the Pilsen intersection. And here's the Julius Thruway, encircling Las Venturas. Here's Montgomery intersection. And the Mako span this bridge here. And another intersection here, or at least a crossing here. And you can follow Harrigold Parkway through the center of Las Venturas. And enter the Julius Thruway in the north. Here's another intersection. To the Fallow Bridge. You can take the Fallow Bridge to Red County. And there's a short highway leading to Bone County desert. It starts here, the freeway section of the road, then it continues like a normal road, and then I will use another color for the normal roads. That's it for the northern part, the highways in the northern part. So from Montgomery intersection we have the Los Santos freeway. Encircling Los Santos. Here's Hanky Panky Point. It follows the east coast like this, and then it follows the south coast, enters a tunnel under Los Santos International Airport. And it's like a loop, this highway as well, just like the Julius Thruway. And we have a really big intersection here, Mulholland intersection. Also here in downtown Los Santos, there's an intersection from which you can follow the East Beach Freeway extension, it's called. If you, for example, want to go to the Canton district, and from Los Santos International Airport we have another freeway called the Santa Maria Freeway Extension. Here, passing Santa Maria Beach, based on Santa Monica in Los Angeles. Yeah. Los Santos is based on real life Los Angeles. Here we have a bridge. And the highway that follows the coast in Flint County, called San Fierro Highway. Some parts of it, in some directions, are tunnels here. There are very steep, high mountains here. region. And it's a tunnel here under the very high mountain. I guess it must be the highest mountain peak in this state, Mount Chiliad. Here in Whetstone. Whetstone Bridge, and we enter San Fierro, but first a tunnel here, and a big intersection here, close to the airport, connecting to San Fierro bypass that connects to Garver Bridge, that connects to Las Venturas Highway at Robada intersection in Tierra Robada. And the last part of Las Venturas Highway goes through a tunnel here under San Fierro. I guess just like San Francisco, there are very steep slopes, downhill, uphill here. So it goes in a tunnel and ends up here somewhere. Connecting to regular city streets here. And this one connects to regular roads, no more highways here in Flint County. But we still have a small part here. The Santa Maria Freeway extension connects to San Fierro Highway at Flint intersection here. And yet another bridge there. And after this bridge, the San Fierro Highway enters a tunnel. Ending up here somewhere at Mulholland Drive. Now, I think this looks quite... I like the combination of colors now that's on this map. Now let's zoom in a bit. I would like to add the railway, because there is also a railway that goes around the whole state with a couple of stations as well. And I think I will try to use this with a smaller point here, but instead of one line I will draw two parallel lines, just like the railway tracks in reality. So if we start here in San Fierro, where the station is called Cranberry, we cross the San Fierro bypass, and we have a almost parallel bridge for just the railway over San Fierro Bay, or if it's called the Easter Bay here. That is called Kincaid Bridge. And it enters a tunnel here, south of Las Barrancas. And then another bridge. And we have arrived to the next station. It's one of the two stations in Las Venturas. It's Yellow Bell Station, located in the area Prickle Pine, here north of the city. So there's no station in downtown or in the very center of Las Venturas. There's one station to the north and one station to the east of the city. So here we have Yellow Bell Station. And it crosses the Julius Thruway and enters another tunnel here and ends up east of the highway. And here's the eastern station, Linden. Frederick Bridge crosses the San Andreas Bay for the train, the railway. Here's Frederick Bridge. And it crosses Los Santos freeway in a tunnel, I think. And it goes around North Star Rock. I guess some hills or mountains here. Another tunnel. And now we are in the very city, the very center of Los Santos, eastern part, in the Idlewood, Canton, Willowfield area. There are some railway crossings and bridges. And the station Unity here. And there are also some tracks here leading to the harbor, to the ocean, almost to the ocean docks, to the seaport here. Then it follows a tunnel under the western part of the city. Maybe a bit like a metro line. And there's a station here underneath the ground called Market. And it crosses Flint County, both on the ground and in some tunnels. And quite a long tunnel leading to San Fierro from the south. And we are back where we started. In Cranberry Station in San Fierro. I think I can mark the stations by just filling the gap between the tracks like this, the color. And I think I will zoom in even more so you can see what I'm doing. Cranberry Station. Between this intersection to the north, there's Yellow Bell Station. Here's Linden. Here's Unity. Here's Market. No more stations. Now let's go on with some city streets, local roads, and also main roads, but that are not highways. And we can start here in San Fierro. I'm not sure about the names of the roads actually. But I'll draw some kind of grid. So here from the where the Las Venturas highway has its starting point or ending point, there's a street leading to the harbor and also leading downtown. Here there's an entrance to the San Fierro bypass. But you can also choose to follow a local road here east of the highway. Following the coast, the port, here you can choose another direction. Under the Ghent Bridge, a road following the western coast. It connects to San Fierro highway here, close to the bridge, Whetstone Bridge, in an intersection. Here's an entrance to San Fierro highway from this street. That connects to Las Venturas highway just before the tunnel. And here are some other streets making up the grid of San Fierro. Here's one of the streets that goes here on top of the tunnel. And just before the entrance to the tunnel, the western side, there's also an exit. You can follow a street like this. Eventually ending up here where there's a bridge over the canal and you enter Easter Bay Airport. And from this street there's a local road through Flint County. Following the canal here. Right after the tunnel here, under Mount Chiliad, there's an intersection. Connecting to this road here. Over a bridge here. Here the roads are very winding. I guess it's a mountainous area or something. Crosses the railway. Following the eastern or western coast of the Flint Water. Here's a bridge. Yet another winding road. Encircling the Panopticon hill here. And the local road follows the northern coast of Red County. I don't think it connects to the freeway here on Montgomery intersection. It just goes under the bridge. The local road has its own bridge here. Here's an intersection with a freeway. And south of Hanky Panky Point, there's an intersection with the freeway. And the local road continues even more close to the eastern coast for a while. Then crosses the freeway and continues just west of the freeway. And now actually we have reached Los Santos, following our local road. And in Los Santos I would like to include the Mulholland Drive. Quite important part of the system of roads, I guess. So it starts here, right after this highway bridge. And from here you can enter the tunnel leading to San Fierro highway. Connects here in the Mulholland intersection with the Los Santos freeway. And continues to the eastern coast. Here I'm not completely sure if it's an intersection. I think this part of the highway, the Los Santos freeway, is not actually a freeway with intersections. You can actually just take turns to the right, to the left here. I think so. But there's also a parallel smaller road here. And here's roads encircling the stadium. And this is the Saints Boulevard. And from Saints Boulevard you can enter the East Beach freeway extension. So all the way here. We have this freeway. So I will continue with some streets now in Los Santos. For example, this street leading from Idlewood, Little Mexico to Canton. And you can use these roads to enter either this freeway or this one. And there are streets just next to the railway as well. Both here, close to the Unity station, and also here. And there's actually an exit from East Beach Freeway extension here. That you can take if you want to come directly to Grove Street here. Small street. Leading to Johnson's house here. And there are local streets here connecting eastern parts with the western parts of the city. And let's see. Just here, facing the entrance to the tunnel, should be a quite big road connecting Santa Maria freeway extension with the Mulholland Drive. And there are a lot of more streets. I'm just drawing some of them, so you kind of get a feeling of some you can follow. Here's a street close to a market station. And this is a street leading to North Los Santos Hills. And Vinewood, I guess, should be here. Based on real life Hollywood and Hollywood Hills. Here's Richmond. Crossing Red County. And from here also is a local road. Through Mulholland. And let's see. Here's the road leading to the small town Dillimore. And from Dillimore there's a local road leading to another town in Red County, Blueberry. Here. And this road crosses two bridges here. And it's actually the extension of this one that we have already seen. And here's a local road going through Montgomery town. And I want to continue with the roads on the countryside here in Flint County. In the hills here. More winding roads. Also a road following the coast. connects to this one. And here's another bridge. One, two, three bridges here. This big bridge over the main water here is called Martin Bridge. It's not an intersection here, I think, I'm not sure. This continues as a winding road through Fort Carson, smaller town here. But you can also enter from this intersection here. And this is a road I talked about before, that from this point continues as a highway. Here's Fallow Bridge. Connects to this coastal road here. I think I didn't finish this road crossing here. It's just like that. Now I think we have most of the roads that I wanted to include on the San Fierro area and also in the Los Santos area. But we still have Las Venturas and Bone County. We can start here in Tierra Robada, just after the Bayside Tunnel. You can follow a local road through El Quebrados, smaller town here. A road in the northern parts of Bone County through Las Payasadas. Yeah, it's a town here to the north. And here's a big intersection. Connecting to this local road. South of Fort Carson. Here's another bridge for a local road. And a road through Las Barrancas town here. And a road over the Sherman Dam. going through Bone County. Here are some landmarks. The Big Ear, for example. The Bone County Desert. And Las Brujas, a ghost town here. Something called Regular Tom here. And this road from the road cross north of Las Barrancas continues following the coast of San Fierro Bay here. And connects here with both this northern road and the Las Venturas highway, the Bayside Tunnel. Here we have a very famous street. In Las Venturas, the Strip, inspired by the real Las Vegas Strip, with a lot of casinos here. For example, Caligula's Place and Four Dragons Casino. And there are some intersections. So, for example, from this intersection, you can reach the Strip. And there's a street going over a bridge here, I guess, over the highway. So you can enter Prickle Pine suburb, or the smaller town here, where the Yellow Bell station is located. And you can follow regular streets like this. For example, from the Strip, if you want to go there. This area is called Spiny Bed. Another intersection here. So actually in Las Venturas, to me it looks like you can basically follow the highways quite a lot if you want to go somewhere. A lot of highways and intersections. So I will not focus so much on regular streets except for this famous one. here's the airport of Las Venturas. Here's the Rockshore West, Rockshore East. Now let's zoom out a bit and see what the maps looks like. I would like to add just a couple more roads here. This local road continues following the coast and the beach here on the very southwestern tip of the state. Connects here to San Fierro highway. And there's also an intersection here south of Angel Pine. Angel Pine is the only town in Whetstone, small town here. And also a couple of more streets in downtown Las Venturas. I guess the downtown area is centered here somewhere. So you can go from this street that connects to this street somehow. Something like that. And from this intersection you can go not so easily to this street, but you can go and reach the strip like this. Yeah, now you can see there are more streets here. And you can also go other streets here. You can reach this street by going on this street as well. And here you can reach the northeastern part also of Las Venturas. So the last thing I would like to do is some labeling. I will write the names of the counties and the cities, and maybe some other features as well, and talk a little about it. And then I would like to zoom in a bit again. So, here we have San Fierro, based on San Francisco in California. The Gant Bridge, based on Golden Gate Bridge. San Fierro Bay, based on San Francisco Bay. I think I'll use uppercase letters for this. And here's the county whetstone, the highest mountain peak, Mount Chiliad. Kind of like the result of the ink, the green ink here, so I'll keep it like this and not like try to do a symbol from mountain. But Mount Chiliad is based on Mount Diablo in Northern California. It's always a bit tricky to use this marker, but when it works it's really nice. Whetstone. Whetstone is probably based on Contra Costa County, and the only town in this county is Angel Pine here. And I would like to label the towns as well. There aren't so many. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12. So that's maybe a good amount of things to label, except for the counties and cities. And then I'll use lowercase letters and the smaller letters. There we have Angel Pine. And next we have Flint County. I will write it Flint. I will start here. County there are no towns. It's the least populated area of the state. It's a very rugged terrain. And it's based on Inju County in California. It's something called the farm, located here. The farm or the cult farm. And here along the coast there's the San Fierro highway, leading all the way from, almost all the way from Los Santos, or actually from the outskirts of Los Santos, to San Fierro. And if you think about Los Santos as Los Angeles and San Fierro San Francisco, it's easily to see that it's inspired by Highway 1, the Pacific Coast Highway along the Pacific Coast like this. Actually, it would be nice to draw the airport somehow. Like a symbol for the landing strip. So here's the Los Santos International Airport. Also, I would like to add one street here to the south, between Verona Beach and Little Mexico, because it looks a bit weird that the street just ends like this. So, Los Santos. Need to find a good spot for the letters. I think I do like this. Kind of hidden in the grid of streets, the network of streets. Yeah, it's based on Los Angeles. The Richmond area here is based on Bel Air and Holmby Hills. Los Angeles. But here we have a smaller town, but it's actually located in Red County, so I will start by writing Red County somewhere. The Red County is this area north of Los Santos. It's based on Kern County in California. Red County there are quite a lot of towns, actually, 4. First we have Palomino Creek, based on Bakersfield in California. Next we have Montgomery. Here, based on Visalia in California. And next to the west we have Blueberry, probably based on Modesto in California. And the fourth one is Dillimore to the south, close to Richmond and Mulholland. Dillimore, based on Palmdale in California. And in Red County we also have the Panopticon, a hill and a large logging camp. Also the Fern Ridge forested area here in the center. I think I forgot to show you that this is an intersection of the highways here. Like that, the Montgomery intersection. Now, Las Venturas. Here's the airport, landing strip. And Venturas. Let me write it like this. And next, let's move to Bone County. Interesting area, very arid region here in the north. It's based on probably on Mojave Desert in southeastern California, the higher altitude parts of the desert. The whole county is maybe based on remote areas in Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and also California, parts of California. So there are more mountainous areas in the western part of Bone County and more flat desert here, the Bone County Desert to the east. Okay, we have a town and also here, so I will write the name here. So here's the town Las Payasadas. And here, close to the railway, is Fort Carson. Las Payasadas is probably based on Kingman in Arizona. And Fort Carson is probably based on Carson City in Nevada. Here's a ghost town called Las Brujas, but I will not write down that. We also have a big area here called Area 69, or No-Fly Zone. It's a top-secret government research facility. I mentioned Regular Tom before. It's here. It's a geyser, actually. Big tourist attraction in this state, and it's inspired by the old Faithful geyser in Yellowstone Park. And here, this hill, is a winding road leading to the Big Ear, and that's a large radio telescope. Here's a quarry called Hunter Quarry. And the Sherman Reservoir, the Sherman Dam here. Also El Castillo del Diablo. It's located here. It's a very large rock formation, and there are a lot of rock formations here in the western part of the county, and those are inspired by and based on such rock formations in Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. And then we have Tierra Robada, and as the name suggests, It's inspired by the mountain chain in eastern California, Sierra Nevada. And in Tierra Robada we have Bayside, the town at the northern end of Ghent Bridge. Here's a very mountainous region, the second highest mountain in the state, the Cordillera, and it's based on Mount Tamalpayas. It's a state park, Mount Tamalpayas, or something like that. We have the small town El Quebrados. Based on Bridgeport in California. And also Las Barrancas, based on the town Overton in Nevada. And I would like to somehow draw a landing strip here on the Easter Bay Airport. Would also be nice to add the names of the train stations. By the way, the railway is called the Brown Streak Railroad. So here to the north is Yellow Bell. To the east we have Linden. To the south, Unity. Market. And to the west, Cranberry. that's it. My map of San Andreas State. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for requesting it. Just 1 year ago I did the GTA 5 map, and then I could see in the comments that many of you wanted to see GTA San Andreas Map as well. And it's been fun to do some research about this and watch some YouTube videos from this world, and I've collected a lot of information from the GTA fandom page. So sleep well and take care. Stay safe. See you soon.